Making the transition from riding on street to dirt ain't easy. This goes double for riders aboard big adventure bikes. That's where expert instruction from RawHyde Adventure steps in. Located just minutes off the I-5 freeway in Southern California, the RawHyde Ranch has been training adventure riders for more than a decade. So when MotoUSA received an invite to the entry-level Intro to Adventure class, one of our least dirt experienced editors headed south for training. Founder Jim Hyde starts the 2-day intro course off with a lecture on the basics of off-road riding, like the principles of traction, riding position, staying loose on the bike, and learning how to deftly use the controls. But RawHyde isn't a classroom, it's a practice field, and the ranch is a veritable off-road playground with miles of trails designed to train all skill levels from novice to expert. The Intro to Adventure curriculum gets riders to immediately embrace the concept of shifting their body position on the bike. They rapidly advance from learning to ride with their knee on the seat to shifting their entire body from one foot peg to the next and riding side saddle. 10 minutes into the training and students are already demonstrating skills they would have never expected. From there, the class runs through a series of drills. A dirt bike riding 101, how to use the brakes, initiate panic stops, slide the back wheel, slide the front wheel, clutch work, and low-speed maneuvering. It's a crash course in adventure riding, literally. Students learn the limits of traction and how to finesse the controls by continued repetition, occasionally exceeding the limits of said traction. Thankfully, the class is run in a controlled environment, with the instructors trained in emergency response. It's a good time to mention, too, that while riders can use their own bikes for the class, RawHyde maintains a well-prepped rental fleet of BMWs equipped with all the essentials of crash protection, so students can ride without a constant dread of damaging their bike. Alleviating that fear alone boosts riders' confidence. By the end of the first day, students have probably dropped their bike more than a few times, but they also show an incredible progression in off-road riding skill.
What happened, Bart?
I emergency stopped my way on the side of the bike.
Day 2 finds most riders a little sorer than usual, but also eager for the next challenge. And the difficulty ramps up with more challenging drills and obstacle courses. Riders also pay a visit to one of the sandboxes littering the RawHyde estate, where they learn the finer points of riding in sand, or at least how to crash gracefully. By the end of the intro class, riders will have certainly improved their skills. Throughout it all, RawHyde's instructors keep the environment fun and pressure-free. Students will appreciate that they're being pushed, but never too far beyond their ability, just far enough to surprise themselves. The entire RawHyde staff are coaches in the truest sense of the word, offering both instruction and motivation. The intro class can be extended with the optional Base Camp Alpha Tour package, an overnight trek into the Mojave Desert. Here's where the training turns into true adventure, and students put all their newly acquired skills together in a real-world environment. Stay tuned for MotoUSA's follow-up review.